Hi, my name is Alysia from the Clark County Library. Today I will be teaching you how to make a simple recipe. They're no-bake granola bars. This recipe is very simple once again and can be used with children and families. Everybody can enjoy this. So everything I got for the most part today, I got from the 99-cent store. The only exception was the coconut oil, okay? I don't suggest using a substitute for like another type of oil for coconut oil simply because coconut oil is best for baking and it has a little bit of a sweetness to it, which is really a good complement for the rest of the ingredients we'll be using for the granola bars. All right, so the first thing I want to discuss too is make sure that you are being safe while you're in the kitchen. So before you handle food, wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. That means singing happy birthday twice, okay? Now you can do it. Sing it twice. And we're going to be using a microwave today. There's no microwave in this room, but I microwaved this beforehand. And notice how I'm using the handle. I'm not touching the component itself because it is hot and we want to keep everybody safe. So only touch the areas that are cool and didn't actually have the heat source to it. All right, so let's get started. And while I'm going to be explaining the recipes, I'm going to be explaining other substitutes that you can use if you have allergies and so on and so forth. All right, so first of all, what I did here is I got a cup of peanut butter with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and about half as much as agave, so about half a cup. But if it's too sweet for you, you can use less or you can use more. There's no such thing as mistakes. They're just delicious accidents, all right? So, and also with peanut butter, you don't have to use peanut butter. You can use almond butter, cashew butter, or even cookie butter. But if you use cookie butter, forgo the agave or honey if you want to use honey instead of agave, just because cookie butter is very sweet on its own and you don't want it to be overpowering. All right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take a baking sheet like this. So I used a 9x9 because it's easiest to work with. All right, and it's also the most standard. So you can take a cooking spray, spray it, just so it doesn't stick. That's the purpose of doing that, okay? So just pour it right in there. Pour it on it. Oh, it looks so good. Look at it. It's nice and goopy, nice and melty. And notice I used a plastic knife to scoop everything out. You can use a scraper, whatever you have at home. It doesn't matter. All right, spread it out through the pan, like so, okay? And then you're gonna take some oats. I don't know a good substitute for oats, but oats are very accessible to find anywhere. And they're a grain and they're very good for you. So I'm gonna use 1 1/2 cup. Okay, so I have a cup here, so I'm gonna do it 3 times. It's a great math lesson for all your little ones at home. All right, and then I used almonds for my nuts. It's another kind of protein, but you don't have to use almonds if you don't want to. So it's about 6 ounces or 1/2 cup, whatever you want to use, okay? So then we're gonna take a rolling pin and you're gonna smash them, okay? Take your frustrations, you're gonna smash them, smash them, smash them, smash them, smash them. Just as much as you can, okay? I didn't do a good job, but that's okay. We're learning, right? And you just pour them right in. They still look cold, but I smashed some of them, and that's what matters. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna use is some dried fruit. You can use any kind of dried fruit that you want. I use cranberries because I like them. Use raisins, dried plums, whatever you want to use, all right? Again, no such thing as a mistake, just a delicious accident, all right? So I'm gonna measure about 1 cup, 1/2 cup, like this. Pour it right in, and then I'm gonna add a little more. All right, perfect. Now this is probably the most fun part. You're gonna take whatever stirring device that you have, like this. Gotta move your stuff so you can see it, okay? And you're gonna stir. It's gonna get messy, but that's okay. We can clean it, right? We'll clean it up later. No problem. You're gonna do it like this. And when it's nice and melted together, you're gonna smoosh it down. And smoosh it. Just like that, okay? All right. This looks delicious, huh? Okay. Once you are done smooshing, you're gonna set it in the fridge for about 2 hours, just so it sets nicely, okay? So smoosh it, smoosh it, smoosh it. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna set this in the fridge. add another one. All right, so this is what they're kind of gonna look like. They're gonna be nice and smushed. These ones, I put the almonds in the blender instead. You can do that too, that's no problem. Either way, they're gonna come out deliciously. It doesn't matter. All right, so when I cut the granola bars, I use a pizza cutter just because it's easiest. The blade is away from you. Like this, make it just square. And notice they slip out nicely because I use the spray beforehand. Yummy. And that's how you make no-bake granola bars. Thank you for your time.